Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we dive into the mystical and mysterious world of Lady in the Water, 2006. What starts as a quiet, ordinary day in an apartment complex soon transforms into an extraordinary adventure when Cleveland Heep, a humble building superintendent, discovers a mermaid with a hidden purpose. As ancient secrets and dangerous creatures threaten her existence, Cleveland is thrust into a battle to protect her and unlock the truth behind her story. Will he be able to save her, or will the forces of destiny prevail? Let's find out as we recap this captivating, magical tale. The story begins with a man named Cleveland Heep, who now works as the caretaker of a small apartment complex in Philadelphia. Once a man with a family, Cleveland lost everything after a tragic incident in which his loved ones were murdered. Since then, he's been living a quiet, lonely life, dedicated to maintaining the building and assisting its residents with their day-to-day problems. Lately, Cleveland has noticed something strange about the swimming pool on the property. The water's appearance seems unusual, and at times he hears odd splashing noises, as if someone is swimming in it. But whenever he checks, no one is there. One evening, he hears the strange noises again and decides to investigate. As he approaches the pool, he finds a mysterious chain lying on the ground. Suddenly, a woman emerges from the water and pulls Cleveland under. He passes out. When Cleveland wakes up, he's back in his room, safe but confused. Beside him is the same woman from the pool. She explains that she saved him from drowning and brought him here. As they talk, Cleveland learns that she is not a normal human being. She's a mystical creature named Story, who has come from the water world of the blue world. She belongs to a race called the Narf, mythical water nymphs with a mission to inspire humans who are destined to bring great change to the world. Curious and cautious, Cleveland asks if there's something wrong with his body after encountering her, but Story assures him there's nothing to worry about. As they continue their conversation, she reveals more about her origin and purpose. Eventually exhausted, she falls asleep in his home. Later, Cleveland decides to take her back to the pool. But as they step outside, he hears eerie growling sounds and sees a strange creature lurking in the shadows. Alarmed, he rushes back inside with Story just in time as the creature attempts to attack them. The next day, Cleveland decides to involve the authorities. He calls in an officer and explains everything about the strange creature he encountered near the pool. However, because it's early morning, they find nothing unusual at the site. Determined to learn more, Cleveland visits a friend and asks her about the mysterious creature from the water, Story the Narf. His friend admits she doesn't know much about such legends, but suggests that her mother might have the answers. Cleveland requests her to ask her mother about the myth. After speaking with her mom, she returns with information that confirms Story's origins. Cleveland learns that Narfs are mythical water beings who rise from their world with a sacred purpose, to inspire a specific human being. According to an ancient tale, this Narf must meet a writer. That writer, upon seeing the Narf, will be inspired to write a book that could one day change the fate of humanity. But until that meeting happens, the Narf's mission remains incomplete, and she cannot return to her world. Now, Cleveland's goal is to find the writer living somewhere in the building. He informs Story of this legend and tells her she must remain hidden until they locate this chosen writer. Cleveland begins asking around the building, hoping one of the tenants might fit the description. But after several failed attempts, he finds no one who seems to match. Meanwhile, his friend discovers more critical details about the myth. She warns Cleveland that once the Narf reveals herself, a dangerous creature will rise to stop her from returning home. Cleveland immediately realizes that the beast he saw earlier must be the same creature, one that hides in the grass, waiting to strike. Its mission is clear: to kill the Narf and prevent her return to the blue world. Continuing his search, Cleveland finally comes across a man named Vic, a reclusive writer who has been working on a manuscript. Cleveland invites Vic over and introduces him to Story. When Vic sees her, he feels something deeply unsettling, an undeniable emotional reaction that stirs something within him. At that moment, Cleveland becomes certain that Vic is the chosen writer. Later, Story finds a hidden diary in Cleveland's room. It contains personal accounts of the tragic murder of his family at the hands of criminals. Cleveland catches her reading it and gently asks her not to do so again, as no one in the building knows about his past. As night falls once again, danger begins to loom closer. Now that the writer had been found, the time had come for Story, the Narf, to return to her world. Cleveland prepares to escort her out of the building so she can complete her journey. But on one of the floors, he hears strange noises. Rushing to check, he discovers Story injured and weakened. The creature had attacked her. She was in no condition to leave, and the creature was still lurking outside, waiting for her. To keep her safe, Cleveland takes her to the writer's home, hiding her there temporarily. Then he visits his friend again, hoping to find a way to heal Story and protect her from another attack. His friend tells him that there's a special item hidden in the water where the Narf first appeared, something that might help heal her. Cleveland dives back into the pool and removes an iron grate to reach deeper. There he finds a glowing stone, the special item meant to help the Narf recover. He returns home and gives the stone to Story. At the same time, his friend arrives with new revelations. She explains that the creature is only attacking because Story isn't just any Narf. She's a special one, known as a Madam Narf, a rare figure who appears once in generations. Such a Narf is destined to inspire monumental change in the human world and becomes a queen in her own realm upon returning. However, she doesn't realize her true identity until much later. This is why the creature is breaking all the rules and trying to kill her. It senses how important she really is. Cleveland, now understanding the true stakes, gives her the glowing stone and explains everything. Meanwhile, the writer and his wife overhear the conversation and are stunned. Story reveals to them a prophecy. The book the writer will write, after being inspired by Story, will lead to the birth of a child. That child will grow up to become a great leader who will change the fate of the country and the world. Motivated to protect Story, Cleveland seeks out his friend's mother again and learns that he'll need help from others, specifically people with unique traits. Someone who can see into a person's soul just by looking into their eyes, a healer who can physically mend Story's wounds, an interpreter who can recognize the right moment and signal when danger approaches, and finally, a group of people who act in unison as one. Story later confirms that Cleveland is the one who has protected her from the start and is most likely the person who can see into her soul. Now Cleveland heads to an expert for the final piece of the puzzle. Cleveland finds the expert woman again and asks her more about the other chosen people who are meant to help the mermaid. She explains the specific features and abilities each of them must have. Based on these traits, Cleveland begins identifying the right people within the apartment building. He discovers a group of smokers who all perform the same task, an old lady who might be able to heal, and others with unique qualities. At night, Cleveland begins training outside, preparing himself to face the creature. The mermaid guides him throughout, and eventually Cleveland is instructed to say specific words given by her. When he speaks them aloud, the creature emerges from the grass. Cleveland stares into its eyes, trying to stop it. But it doesn't work. The creature charges at him. Just then, another man who was believed to be the true guardian steps in. However, it's soon revealed that he isn't the right one either, because the creature can only be stopped by someone who speaks the magic words and possesses a certain spiritual presence. Cleveland becomes distraught, realizing he's not the one meant to protect the mermaid. Later, the residents of the building plan a large party, hoping that in the crowd and noise, the creature won't be able to sense the mermaid, and they can safely send her back to her world. But this plan also fails. The creature shows up, grabs the mermaid, and starts taking her away. Thankfully, Cleveland arrives just in time and rescues her again, bringing her back to the building. This time, however, the creature also sneaks into the building. When it confronts the group, the expert woman steps in front of it, but tragically, the creature kills her. Now the group is in panic, trying to figure out how to help the mermaid return home safely. They realize none of them can stare into the creature's eyes and stop it. At that moment, one man mentions that his young son can sense danger before it happens. The boy is brought forward, and he not only proves his ability, but also identifies the other individuals in the group who possess the special skills needed to complete the ritual. Shockingly, it's revealed that the one who can heal the mermaid isn't the old lady, but Cleveland himself. After realizing the truth, Cleveland uses his ability to heal the mermaid's injuries. Slowly, she regains consciousness. Just then, heavy rain starts pouring outside. and all the people who were outside the building rush inside for shelter. Meanwhile, Cleveland and a few other residents grab some tools and step outside, ready to confront the creature one final time. As the creature arrives, Cleveland tries to lift a stick to defend himself, but he suddenly notices something. The creature isn't attacking the mermaid. When he turns around, he sees a bodybuilder guy standing firmly, locking eyes with the creature. That's when Cleveland realizes. This is the true guardian, the one who has the ability to paralyze the creature by staring into its eyes. However, just as things seem to be working, the bodybuilder hears the sound of an eagle. He turns his head to look at it, breaking eye contact with the creature. That one moment of distraction gives the creature a chance to attack. But before it can strike, three massive, more powerful creatures arrive. They overpower the hostile beast and take it away, proving that they are far superior and impossible to fight against. Once the danger is gone, they also carry the mermaid with them, escorting her safely back to her world. Everyone stands in silence watching her go, knowing their journey has ended. And with her departure, the story comes to a close. And that's a wrap on today's recap of Lady in the Water, 2006. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more movie recaps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, stay tuned for more movie recaps, and remember, not every story is as it seems.